Meanwhile, NewsX has spoken with former ambassador and author Lakshmi Puri, as well as film producer and founder and CEO of Abundantia Entertainment, Vikram Malhotra, over the announcement of an OTT series project by Abundantia Entertainment on Lakshmi Puri's novel, Swallowing the Sun. The novel follows the story of India's freedom struggles through the eyes of a young protagonist, Malati. Let's take a listen in to this exclusive conversation. Well, a big announcement has been made, which of course will be great news for both fans of literature and fans of cinema and OTT. Acclaimed author and former diplomat Lakshmi Puri's novel, Swallowing the Sun, is now going to be made into an OTT series. The rights have been acquired by Abundantia Entertainment, and founder of Abundantia Entertainment, Vikram Malhotra, and the author and former diplomat Lakshmi Puri both join us on NewsX today. Welcome. Thank you both for being with us.
Thank you so much, because NewsX had also covered the first launch of this, and I'm so happy to be back here.
Yes, no, we've been following your journey very, very closely, and congratulations to both of you on this collaboration. Let's just first ask you about whether you thought when you were first writing the book and the idea for it first came, that you believed that it would become into now an OTT series, something for the big screen.
I hadn't thought of that, yes. My first thought was to commit it to writing, and that has taken its own, 20 years. But yes, when I finished this book, and as I explained today, I was told by readers that this is ready-made for a web series, multi-season web series, in the rhythm of it, in the way that there are 60 chapters, and they are almost like each episode, and the cliffhangers and all the, the suspense. And, I think Priya Sehgal said this, that this is a page turner, but that also enables it to be a web series material. So, no, but it's a dream come true. Yes. And I'm very grateful to Vikram and Abundantia Entertainment and the amazing team there, that they've taken this on as a cherished project, because I can see how much value they attach to it. Yes. And there's nothing that gives me more satisfaction to see the words on a book being transformed into sound and light and visual artistry.
Let me take that to you then. What was it about this that clicked for you, that made you believe that this would be the right material for a new project of yours?
We are constantly on the lookout for uniquely Indian stories that have the ability to resonate with a global audience. In Swallowing the Sun, the characters, the world, the saga jumps off the pages. It is ready to adapt material. This story is so unique, so Indian, so timeless, and so compellingly entertaining that it needs to be taken to the world. Hundreds of thousands of fans of the book will convert into millions of viewers for this. It is the kind of story where the character, the protagonist, is unforgettable. The balance between imagination and history is so unique. The backdrop, the birth of this nation, the intertwined tracks are so relatably fresh that it has all the ingredients to make for a compelling series which can actually spawn multiple seasons.
Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. Already you're thinking of more than one season, so that's good news. And OTT, of course, does allow, the characters also to be fleshed out a lot. What was it, about this book that you believe allowed it to resonate so much with people across the country, filmmakers as well, like Vikram and others, who you've interacted with, not just domestically, but internationally as well? What was it about this book, you believe, now that you look back, that has made it click so much?
Well, the reader feedback and the critic feedback shows that I think the characters, Malati first of all, She's loved by everyone. And this constellation of women characters and their stories, because it's not only Malati's stories. There are multiple very fascinating, self-standing characters, women characters in this, each in their different fields, each coming out like Muktabai's ants and trying to swallow the sun, achieve the impossible, be ordinary women and young girls who want to be extraordinary.
Is that how the title also was conceived, Following the Sun?
That is how it was conceived, and it is the epigraph. This is the 13th century saint, teenage saint Muktabai, whose Abhang, or the devotional verse, it's a surreal poem in a way. I think you said something about how this is, what did you use? You used the word, I think, impossible, or audaciously impossible. So that is her conception, that provided you have faith, provided you dare, you can achieve what seems impossible. And then she, talks about how the ant flies into the sky, she swallows the sun, how a barren woman gives birth to a son, how a scorpion burrows down to the nether realms and the snake king Shesha bows down at its feet, and how the housefly begets a hawk, and Muktabai sees all and Muktabai laughs. So that miracle making is something that my characters, and even the men characters, you were asking why is it. So it's not in, this novel, I think you put it very well, Vikram, when you talked about that, when you talked about women oriented. It is not only a women, it's a human story, and the men play a very important role. And people have loved my men characters. Some of them are, of course, in the traditional patriarchal mode, but many others try and overcome that conditioning, and many others are shaping themselves, are inspiring others. So it's Baba, Malati's father, Guru, her friend, then lover, and then husband. Then her brother-in-law Malak, who is a feudal lord, but who gets out of that skin of being a patriarch, and then firstly supports his sister-in-laws in their educational attainments, but also allows his own daughter to go to college, to ride horses, to go hunting, so that is something that is very different from what one would. So I think men characters have also been loved. And I think the story and how it's been told, many people have said, it's an easy read, it is not opaque. Many times great literary works are difficult to access. Yes. So I think this is a book that is also accessible, whilst, of course, talking about profound things and themes.
Yes. So all of that has contributed. Yes. A two-pronged question to you. One on why OTT series and why not a film? And what kind of timelines are you now looking at? By when could we expect announcements regarding the finalized director and showrunners and the cast? And, when will it go to floors?
The nature of the story, the content of the book cannot be contained in a 2-hour, 2.5-hour front to end story. This needs time, this needs scale, this needs canvas, it needs to breathe life into every track that's covered in the book. The team and I felt that the format that would do the greatest amount of justice to the saga that exists in Swallowing the Sun, the book, is a longer format, episodic nature of retelling. The book, if you look at it, is also written in a manner where episodes are inherent to it, laden with cliffhangers and approaches of that nature. So, in our opinion, longer format episodic storytelling, which lend themselves to potentially multi-season arcs, is the best form. This is in stages of development right now. We are in the process of attaching writers and a director showrunner who will take the book, our vision, and then further it, own it, and drive it forward. I foresee the next 6 to 9 months in the creative process of putting all of it together, then moving on to the right form of on-screen representation in terms of the protagonist and the ensemble, and then subsequent production. A premium long-form series does take between 15 to 18 months from page to screen. Right. So that's the kind of timeline we envisage for it.
And you are looking at some character for Malati, but you won't reveal that right now. You won't even give us any clues?
No, I think we need to make sure that the people we are looking at have, they say about time and inclination and the talent. Yes. So I think you will be able to
it's
answer
going
that
to be the role of a lifetime for the chosen one and the one that chooses this. So
Exactly.
we are very excited at the process of first getting the best adaptation for screen in place and then get to casting. But I can assure you that this is going to be a landmark role in the career of whoever is in its destiny and vice versa.
And
one of the things I wanted to say about why this book also has resonated so well, multi-generationally, and with the young people, because it is so much about young people and for young people, and speaks to their hearts and minds. But also the poetry and the music. So, people have said that the book sings. Yes. So it is unorthodox. Some of the early approaches to publishers, they said, oh, so much of poetry in it. And then so much of letters in it, those love letters that are there. So, but it turned out that people got turned on with poetry and music that is in that.
Fantastic. And what a great auspicious time to launch this as well, Navratras and Durga Puja. So let's hope that this auspicious start proves well for you all. Thank you both for joining us once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This Dinesh Thakur, Uday Pratap Singh in Delhi, NewsX.